Hey guys, I am continuing my tour of Greater Atlanta, giving you my thoughts on different counties. We get a lot of relocation people that lived in one section of Atlanta, wasn't familiar with the other section of Atlanta. So, gotta rep the gear here, GreatHomesATL. Merch coming soon, but one of the counties on there I want to talk about today is Fayette County. That makes up Fayetteville, Petrie City, Tyrone, Brooks, and Woolsey. I haven't been to Brooks or Woolsey, but I have been to Fayetteville, Petrie City, and Tyrone, and I sold houses in that area. So I want to kind of give you an idea of my thoughts on the market, what I've heard about it, and kind of give you another consideration for when you're doing your home search here on our website, GreatHomesATL.com, which we're linked to the FMLS and MLS. It's a great resource tool. Once you get pre-approved, it helps us kind of get an idea of the home you're looking for, and also a great search and save feature on it. So if you see something you like, we could go and take a look once you're pre-approved. So let's start with Fayetteville. Fayetteville is an awesome area. I've sold a lot of houses down there. It's kind of bordered by Jonesboro on one side and Petrie City on the other side. Has great, schools and lots of areas within Fayetteville, different sections to, help you at different price points. I've sold houses in the twos all the way up to over $1 million down there. They have great recreation as well, and anything you want as far as grocery stores, your big box retailers, your Home Depot and Lowe's as well. So I definitely, would recommend go down there, spend some time. One of the brunch spots that we used to eat at in the Cascade area, which is right in the Atlanta city limits, is opened up a brunch spot down there as well. So if you need any kind of reference, like I always say from all these videos, one of my favorite things to do, one of my pastimes or whatever, to kind of get to know an area, you sit on a neighborhood bench around a park, you kind of just explore and kind of see the vibe of the people. Is it energetic? Is it laid back? And one of the things that I love to do is have like a breakfast or brunch spot, kind of see the diversity in the area, what kind of clientele come in, stuff like that, to kind of give you a vibe of the area. Just one of the small things I do to kind of get a feel for an area. One of my other favorite areas of Fayette County is Petrie City. I love Petrie City. I was kind of put on by it. I think, it's funny, both Fayetteville and Petrie City, there was a time when my dad and stepmom were considering relocating to what's called an active adult community. Active adult community is usually ranch homes or two-story homes that have like a big master bedroom on the main. But it's mostly ranches, whereas people that, kind of want to live out their retirement years, 55 and older community. And they were, because of a medical issue with my stepmom, they couldn't make the move down here. But this Fayetteville Petrie City line was one of the areas that they were going to build their new house in. And that's kind of when I really, really discovered Fayette County. And Petrie City, I've actually known a few people that grew up in Petrie City, and then they moved on and moved to New York or moved overseas. So it's kind of a community where I would call it definitely affluent. It has a unique kind of vibe to it, where they actually build these pathways, and you'll even see on the main roads like drags where all of a sudden you see all these golf carts. And it's a thing, like you don't even have to play golf. It's just that they use it to get around to the, different parts of Petrie City. And you might have seen me do a video tour of some new homes in this one community that had ranches and 2 stories, and then another section that had these 3-level houses, which the kind of Victorian or Craftsman style with the big front porches. You might have seen me have done some videos on those as well. And actually, when I was doing videos of the model homes down there, I had two couples, one from Atlanta and one from, I think it was New York. They had followed us on GreatHomesATL on our Instagram and followed us for many, many years, and said, "Oh my God, what's the odds that I run into you here in Petrie City?" We had just finished brunch. Again, always that's my thing. Have brunch in a certain area and you'll get a vibe for it. After brunch, we went to this community, and people are driving around in their golf carts and waving, and it's just it feels very welcoming, feels very much like home, no matter what section of Peachtree City you go to. You'll have, again, the big box retailers, but then you'll have that Italian restaurant, like authentic Italian, real, like the seafood, not like the big chains, but an actual, seafood restaurant, steakhouse. And so it's very much like that living of golf courses, big country clubs, swimming pools, and you have great access to get to 85, which will take you up to Atlanta. I would say, without traffic, I would give yourself about 40 minutes. With traffic, maybe an hour. I know Panasonic headquarters. I had a couple clients that relocated because their job was going to be down there in Petrie City at Panasonic. So great healthcare system as well. And it's actually the last couple of times I've found it getting a little bit younger, because at that age bracket with golfing, retirees and stuff like that, you definitely have that. But I actually saw like a lot of families, kids in strollers, and their school system is really, really good. So it has a good diversity as far as age group. And, people that I saw, just again, doing my little bit of research from actually selling homes down there, doing model home tours, going out for, breakfast, dinner. We stopped at like a Sprouts. So if you're into like that Whole Foods, Sprouts, Fresh Market type of vibe, they got that as well. And we're going to head over, as we head closer towards the expressway from Peachtree City, you're going to go through Tyrone. Tyrone is a great city that a lot of people, don't talk about, but because so many times people are focused on being as close to the city as they can. But Tyrone has the advantage of being very close to Peachtree City, very close to Fayetteville, but also being very close to the other county. I did a video of Coweta County, so your Noonans, your Sharpsburgs, and Turins and stuff like that. So you'll have this kind of vibe where there's a very rural section, then you're heading towards, more shops and restaurants, and then you have Tyrone, which will put you not too far from like a Fairburn, and obviously Peachtree City and Fayetteville. And you'll just see these, really nicely well-kept homes at probably a little bit cheaper price than Peachtree City, kind of more in line with Fayetteville, but give you a little bit more access to the city as far as, a straight shot up I-85. So I think that Tyrone would give you, a good home in around that $300,000 to $500,000 price point. And of course, my stipulation is always, people hear that and like, oh, I get this. But, depends on what you want. You want the four-sided brick. You want that golf course community. Those are going to be obviously higher than $500,000. So my overall thoughts on Fayette County, it's one of the fastest growing counties just from the metrics that I've looked at. It will kind of put you in a great proximity if you worked at the airport, you work in Coweta, you work in Fayette County, or even South Fulton, I would say. Great access, like I said, up I-85. And what I love about it is very family-oriented, good schools, and of course, that little quirk, it's really like literally seeing golf carts, heading up, over the bridge on the side of the street, as people sometimes just need to pick up a few items at the Fresh Market or Sprouts or Whole Foods or something like that. And then driving by, you see in these little lakes or creeks and, the little water features coming out. So it's very, very, upper middle class to affluent. I remember one house, one of my colleagues said, you gotta see this builder. He's building amazing communities. I think Chris Webber, one of the NBA players, had lived in this community, it's gated and all that kind of stuff. And I went to look at it. I mean, this house was literally 15,000 square feet. And it was like $1.2 million, which in some of the other counties we talked about would be 4 or 5 million. And beautiful trees, a little lake when you came in, gated community. And, like I said, these kind of organic and well-known stores like a Whole Foods, like a Sprouts, like a Fresh Market, people golfing and all that kind of stuff. So you really gotta, you gotta go down there, I would say, and get a feel for it. And like I said, it's gonna cost you, compared to certain parts of greater Atlanta, anywhere from $500,000 to multi-million-dollars less, and not have to sacrifice, like, this is an unsafe area, the schools suck, anything like that. You're gonna have good schools, good recreation, good shopping, and the golf cart feature. So check out Fayette County, do your research on it. Again, I haven't been to Brooks or Woolsey, but if you wanna check out those, I'm assuming there's probably a little bit more rural feel to those, but Fayetteville, Petrie City, and Tyrone are ones to definitely put on your list. Go through our website, do your Google search, look up school rankings, meet with teachers, go down, have brunch, stay at a hotel down there and get a feel for it. Some great both resale and new homes at various price points. So hopefully that is helpful for you, and hopefully you will do some more research on Fayette County. All right, guys, we'll talk to you soon.